All right, we're good.
Topham here.
Okay, good evening. The open meeting, the trustees of Memorial Park is being conducted remotely, consistent with the Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gathering, and as such, the Governor's order suspends the requirements of open meeting law to have all meetings in a public, accessible physical location. Further, all members of the public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. In order which we can find posted in the agenda materials, this meeting allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely as long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. The meeting will not feature public comment. For this meeting, Trustees of Memorial Park is conveying by telephone conference, as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note that this meeting is being recorded. Meeting materials. All supporting materials that have been provided members of the body are available on town website unless otherwise noted. The public is encouraged to follow along using posted agenda unless I note otherwise. The meeting business ground rules. We are now turning to the first item of the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effect and clear conduct of our business to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I will introduce each speaker on the agenda after they conclude their remarks. The chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called further. Please remember to mute your phone when you are not speaking. There's a train. Please remember to speak. Generate accurate minutes. For any reason, please wait until the chair yields the floor to you and state your name. Okay, for the first order of business, we have a proposal to have town meeting meet on Memorial Park in the parking lot on 10/4. The rain date for the meeting is 10/11. We need to vote on this.
Motion.
So
Second.
move.
Favor?
Aye. This is Mo Handel. Aye.
Okay. Jim?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
And I also agree. Is Chuck there yet? No. Okay. So we're all in agreement that in vote of 4 and one abstain of the town meeting being
One
held
absence,
on 10.
John. One absence. I'm abstaining.
Right. Town meeting will now then meet on 10/4, October 4th, or if it rains, on October 11th. The second request we received is for the primary election.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Both the primary and November elections will not be taking place in any venue that would require the Memorial Park or the building.
Oh, okay.
Those will be taking place at the golf club. So we, the town, no longer need to request permission to use the lot or the house, the building.
For the primary?
For the primary and the general, both.
Okay.
So both the election of 9/1 and the November election, we will not be making use of any Memorial Park facilities.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for that information. All right.
You're welcome.
Moving on, the next order of business is to elect the chairman.
Motion to nominate John Galello, chairman. Topham.
Second, Mark Forbes.
Is that it? Okay.
First and second, John. Carry on.
Okay.
All those
Move
in
nominations
favor?
be closed.
3 times.
Motion that nominations be closed.
3 times, John.
Okay. Somebody's got to cast. You got to cast your ballot by voice.
Topham. Positive. John Galello, chairman.
Mark Forbes. John Galello is chairman.
Jim Healy, yes.
Mo Handel, yes.
And John Galello votes for himself. Yeah. Okay. This is strange to me. So. Okay. Second thing is to get a vice chairman.
I nominate Mark Forbes.
Second, Topham.
John Galello third.
You don't need
Move
a third,
nominations
John.
be closed. Mo Handel.
Okay.
3 calls, John.
Okay. Now we have to vote.
Topham, yes.
Healy, yes.
Mark Forbes. Mark Forbes, yes. Thank you.
Mo Handel, yes.
John Galello, yes. And that should cover that. That is all I have on the agenda at the moment. Does anybody have anything new that's come up that we do not have presented to us yet?
Aren't there
you're
some
supposed
field
to-
requests,
You're
John?
supposed to have a clerk, but, I don't really give a damn. So if you don't want to do it, don't do
Why
it.
were you supposed to have a clerk? We have a clerk. You.
Yeah, well, Billy Boy.
Aren't
you're
there
supposed to vote
some
for it,
field
but
requests?
I don't give a damn. So whatever you want to do.
You take good notes. Jim.
Okay. Should we have a clerk, secretary or not? I thought that Cecilia was handling that for us.
Well, the clerk is
I
technically
don't
an
know
officer.
I don't know that she can because
Okay.
she's not a member of the board. But I would nominate Jim Healy as the clerk.
I would second that. Mark Forbes.
Mo Handel
All those
moves nominations be closed.
Nominations are closed. Okay, now the vote.
Topham, Healy's the clerk.
Mark Forbes, yes.
John Galello, yes. Mo?
Yeah.
Mo
right.
Handel, yes. Looking forward to the clerk's annual dinner.
Yeah. Healy reluctantly says clerk.
That's very personal, Mo.
Does anybody have any further business that's been brought?
Yeah, I
What about the
I do.
field requests?
The what?
Didn't Cecilia put a couple of field requests on the agenda?
Those were only for the town meeting. There weren't any sports field requests that I had received.
Okay.
I actually do have an agenda item, and so Cecilia, I want you to go back to Kate, and I don't understand why we can't meet. I really don't, and I'm not going to buy this baloney about how we can't see each other and so forth, and we had a massive amount of people that are going to come to our meeting. That's a bunch of baloney. The point of the matter is we've had no more, I think, in the past 6-7 years, 3 people at most who ever attended our meetings. So we've got this beautiful brand new building. We've got a huge place that we can do this. And I understand you're concerned about having large gatherings, but God forbid, I'd love to have a large gathering, but we're never going to have one. So I think we should be able to meet in the new building.
Jim, I look at the large meeting room, and I say to myself, you got the 6 feet rule and all this jazz. We masks. I know I do. If I go into the mobile station, I wear a mask. If I go into Suds, I wear a mask. All right. I don't see why we can't get together where there's only 5 of us, plus Cecilia, maybe 10 if somebody wants to come and meet with us personally. I don't see why we have to do this really telephonically. Not to bust Charlie's bubble or anything like that, but it's such a small meeting. I only live over at Highland Court. It's a block and a half away. I'd be happy to come over there and go face to face with, the members of the board and everything else. And I think that, face to face with the members of the board is a good thing.
I am happy to convey this sentiment at the chairs meeting tomorrow.
Okay. If you talk to the board of trustees, the board of selectmen's.
Well, it's up to
the board of
the
what
Board
do you
of
call it?
Health and the governor as it is the select board, but I'll make the desire known. And
I mean, we have a big meeting room, not the little one that we usually use, but the general meeting.
I completely understand, and I'm even sympathetic, but the town does not currently have any of its elected or appointed boards meeting in person. But I am happy to convey the sentiment of this board, this commission,
we're a
see
small
if an
board.
exception can be made.
Yeah.
Mo, here's another sentiment for you.
Yep.
Here's another sentiment you can pass on to the leadership.
Let me get a pencil here so I make sure I get
write
it
it
right.
down. Write it down. Ready?
Yep.
If you're going to send kids back to the school system in September, you goddamn better allow us to have a meeting. How about that? Have you written that down?
I am writing that down, but I'm not sure they're going to go back in
to school,
September.
Jim.
Yeah,
I'm not sure they're going to go back. I know the intent is to send them back, but it's a long way to September.
Send it off to
even though
Charlie
it's 2
Baker,
weeks.
and send it off to everybody else you want to send it to.
Okay.
This whole thing is a bunch of baloney. It's a bunch of baloney. It really is. And the thing is, listen, I'm in favor of safety and security for everybody. But the point is, you can't have one thing and have the other. So, the school committee meets last night, and they meet remotely. And yet they tell the teachers, oh, yeah, you guys got to go back. That's absurd. It's absurd. And so I say, if the teachers go back, the Memorial Park trustees go back. That's what I say.
Okay, I hear you.
I think you're right, Jim. If we're masked and we keep the 6 foot, whoosy thingy, but we have the space. We have the space to do it. It's not like we're packing the people into Powers Hall, for town meeting. I think you're absolutely right. I keep asking my wife, who's down at the Cape, school is decided to be September 10th. Now, the Archdiocese is a separate board of education. It's not, the Needham Town school system or Dover or, what any of these towns. They haven't figured it out. And I know my wife, she would rather be in class than be on Zoom. I listen to Zoom. I'm in my own room office in another store, and I'm listening to all these kids, and they sound like my 8-year-old granddaughter. And I don't know if they're getting what they're getting, or and they should. But somebody's going to make a decision, and it has to be, kind of right, whatever right is.
Well, Jim, just for the record, Jim, I want to thank you for bringing that up. But I've been having Cecilia. I've made that request to the town manager, and it's been denied every time she goes and I've explained, about the room and everything. But I'm really thankful, Jim, that you brought it up because I can't see why we can't.
So, Mo, I'd like to also ask this question. What is I'd like to have the legal opinion as to whether the town manager controls what the elected Board of Trustees do for the Memorial Park. I'd like to have that. I'd like to know that, too.
Okay. I will convey that as well, Jim.
Because I'm
Jim,
not
it
sure
was like this for Purple Heart Day. I spoke with Kate. I spoke with Kate, and I invited the police and the firemen for their color guards. I did not go to the scouts and stuff like that, and I did, kind of a minimal amount of announcing the whole thing. We had 25 people down there, and that's not bad. But
Jim, I'll convey that.
They kept their distance.
Do believe she has the authority. 1, 2.
She does.
I personally
have
don't
to talk
think
to her.
the schools are going to open when they say they're going to open. They've got issues that they still have to figure out. Not the least of which is they've got teachers who have kids who are going to be at home from other districts. So, however seriously you take this threat, it's real.
I'd like the statutory authority. That's what I'd like.
I'm going to convey that. So
because frankly, I don't think King Charles Baker has the statutory authority for what he's done, and I'm not sure that Queen Kate has the statutory authority for what she's done. But that's all right because frankly, we're a small little board, and we have a small little area, and we do the best we can. And we're not the hill to die on. There's many more things that are important in the town.
We could meet outside.
Well, that might not be bad. Too.
Yeah, when you hold town meeting in the parking lot.
We could meet outside. This board could meet outside. There's no prohibition on meeting outside.
Yeah.
Sure, town meetings are meeting outside.
Maybe we could put one person in every one of the rooms we have at this beautiful $5.5 million building we built.
We will be back in that building. This will not be going on forever. But during the crisis,
you
and it is a crisis. I hear your point. Follow up.
Mo, what's the definition of forever?
Say again?
Depends
on how old you are.
What is the definition of forever?
Forever?
I mean, this coronavirus thing.
It could go on for a year or two until they get a vaccine and enough people vaccinated.
Hopefully, the vaccine is workable.
Yeah, and I think that.
But can I just jump
I'm
in
not sure. I'm still going down to get my flu shot.
Can I jump in for a second?
Well, anyway, I apologize. I guess
I'm
just
fine.
frustrated.
Don't apologize, Jim. You're 100% right.
I will follow up, and I'll get you an answer, Jim.
Yeah,
it's a reasonable question.
And Mo,
why not?
And Mo, I don't mean to put it all on you. I guess
it's okay. I'm here. I don't mind.
I want to say this.
Mo, you're the guy in the barrel.
I'm grateful that John has agreed to be chair, and God bless him, and that's great. And I think the trustees will continue on, and we'll do the best we can. And I know it's been frustrating to do a lot of different things over the past several weeks and months. So I guess all I would say is this. So if you, Mo, can get, some clarity, and then beyond that, I think the trustees will do the best we can. We'll meet as best we can, and we'll decide the issues as best we can. And I think and listen, I understand there's a lot more important things in life out there than whether the Memorial Park trustees can meet or not. But I wanted to raise the issues. I don't mean to prolong the discussion. I know we all want to, go home and have our little dinners and so forth. So that's all. So anyway,
well,
thanks
cocktail
for
time.
everyone being
Isn't the
part.
cocktail time,
the thing
Jim?
about this, Jim, is we could all be eating our supper and having a cocktail while we're having the meeting.
I had my supper. It's cocktail time. You're wasting away my youth.
Oh.
But you deserve an answer, and I'll get you an answer. It's a reasonable question.
This is being recorded, so we don't want to say anything. We don't want to.
I don't care if they approve it or not. Seriously.
All right. Okay.
I am what I am, and I was for 27 years I was a Marine, and I am what I am.
I move that we adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second that motion.
Top 'em.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Mo Handle is aye.
John, did you go to sleep?
No, I'm still here. Jim Healy, you got an eye?
Healy is aye.
All right. The next meeting should be, I got to look at the calendar. I think September 9. Either September 2 or September 9. I don't care which.
Oh, I would pick 9.
Okay.
Okay.
9. All those in favor?
September 9, next meeting. Second.
Okay.
See you at the field house on the 9th.
See you either here or there. How's that?
All right.
Carry on.
Sounds great.
Sounds
Many
good.
thanks to everybody.
All right. Thank you very much, and congrats.